Okay, let's remember that scientific notation or standard form is a way that we write very large or very small numbers. So we'll go over again. If I was writing 64,350,000 in standard form or scientific notation, the first part of it has to be a number between 1 and 10. So at the moment, the decimal point is here. If I put the decimal point there, that makes this a number between 1 and 10, 6.435. The second part is 10 to the power of. In other words, where do I have to jump? How many do I have to jump to get back to where the decimal point was? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a positive direction. So looking at these, at the moment, the decimal point is 827.2. So I am going to put the decimal point in between the 8 and 2. So it's going to make it 8.272. I'm going to times this by 10 to the power of 2. Why 10 to the power of 2? Because it takes me 2 jumps to the right to get back to where the decimal point was. In this next one, the decimal point is here, and I'm going to move it here, in between the 5 and 3. So this makes it my number between 1 and 10, 5.3681. I'm going to times this by 10 to the power of 4. Why 10 to the power of 4? Because it takes me 1, 2, 3, 4 to get back to where the decimal point originated. This next example, that's where the decimal point is. But to make my number between 1 and 10, I'm going to put it between the 5 and 1. So that number is 5.19. I then need to jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to get back to where that decimal point was. So it's 5.19, 10 to the power of 10. Okay, let's look at worked example 20. The decimal point started there. Oh, I just need to erase that out. The decimal point started where we can see it. To make this a number between 1 and 10, I put the decimal point here, between the 5 and 1. So I've got 5.1. I need to times this. Now I'm jumping the other way. I'm jumping towards the negative. How many? 1, 2, 3. So 10 to the negative 3. With this next example, I'm going to put the decimal point in between the 1 and 3. So that makes my number between 1 and 10, 1.321. To get back to where the decimal point originated, I have to jump 1 towards the negative, so 10 to the power of 1. Negative 1, sorry. In my last example, to make it a number between 1 and 10, I put the decimal point here, because that makes it 7.0, or 7. So I'm going to write it as 7.0, just so you can see that. And I have to times it by 10 to the power of what? Well, I jump in a negative direction, and I jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to get back to where it originated, so 10 to the negative 10. So just remember, decimal notation and scientific notation. For scientific notation or standard form, it's a number between 1 and 10 multiplied by 10 to the power of something.